Capricorn, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy for the next week via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it, Capricorn. I hope that things are going well for you right now. We just moved into Sagittarian season. Very exciting. It brings us the opportunity to kind of expand, grow beyond, especially the limitations that we have been seeing as of late. There's a lot in retrograde right now. Mercury, is about to go into retrograde. Jupiter is in retrograde, Uranus is in retrograde, Neptune is in retrograde, and Mars is also going to go into retrograde next month. So there's just a lot. Retrogrades give us the opportunity to be a little bit more self-reflective, to take our time around situations that need more attention, use wisdom instead of, emotional reactions. It's a good time to take things slow. Pluto just moved into Aquarius. So this is about setting the stage, setting the groundwork for the beauty, the blessings that you want to bring in. What are goals that you have, what you would like to see manifest. This Palo Santo is going crazy. All right, so with that, we will start with an energy cleansing. Maybe you need just like a good energetic cleanse right now, Capricorn. This will help do that. It's a little blessing for you, a little blessing for me for the reading as well. It's also a good time to set your own intentions. So messages, questions you would like Spirit to answer, definitely give those over and be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings as a side note. I do tarot, astrology, mediumship if you have a specific situation you want me to look into. Or if you're looking for a little bit more healing, rebalancing of your mind, body, soul, I do pranic energy healing and Ayurvedic holistic wellness consultations. Kind of a lot, but it really is about when we are making decisions from that space of empowerment, health, well-being. It makes us way happier, right? It really helps us connect with our fulfillment and what makes us feel. This does not want to go out, dude. This wants to burn it down. I don't know. I'm so sorry, Capricorn. Maybe I'm gonna have to just pause the video. Sorry about that. That Palo Santo was going wild. I needed to give it a second to calm down. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, Mama Love, Amen. So it's such a nice practice. Like Palo Santo really helps bring in the sweetness to life, which is definitely things that we need right now, Capricorn. Maybe you do have a lot going on right now. Maybe you are feeling kind of overwhelmed or exasperated, especially with the holiday season upon us. You could be caretaking for children or just have like a super busy schedule, or maybe just even dealing with someone or a situation that you are responsible for, that it's up to you to kind of uphold and maintain. And it feels like you're starting to feel overwhelmed. I don't know, like I feel for some of you there's a level of unfair responsibility, whether someone's not picking up their slack or it's just a position that you often find yourself in, Capricorn. We're getting this ancestor card a couple times throughout the collective this week, and it really forces us to be aware, be mindful of patterns that are lingering around us, especially as it relates to like family, history, childhood. I know that's kind of deep, right? A lot of us would like to sweep the more unpleasant things under the rug. However, for whatever reason, they're manifesting right now. I think a lot of that is because Pluto is moving into Aquarius. It is requiring a lot of change. And I feel like this final stretch of cleansing, purging, releasing, letting go of these unnecessary patterns, these patterns that are no longer serving you, that are actually holding you back, maybe making you more accountable to people's situations than you want to be, than you need to be, 100%, kind of feeling like beholden and a little overwhelmed with that, understandably so. You know, you're one person, you can only do so much. And as much as like maybe you can do it, you do have the strength. That's the one thing about Capricorn energy. You're like probably the strongest out of the zodiac. It can also be overwhelming, right? Like, who wants to take all the effing responsibility all the time? Not me. You know, like, give it to someone else, right? Let someone else do the work for a period of time. And I feel like you're kind of in this place where you are seeing that because you're left to feel a little bit defeated or embarrassed or like not put together. I don't know. Like I'm also hearing deflated in a way. Like deflated around what the circumstances are, what they've been. Someone is looking a little bit more rationally, decidedly at a situation. A little cutthroat is what I'm seeing. And this was difficult for you because it looks like you put a lot of energy, a lot of emphasis in this relationship, or it felt like a good connection. There was a lot of harmony there. It's been emotionally overwhelming trying to figure out, trying to decide what your direction is, because you don't want to play out these patterns anymore. And I feel like you were directly dealing with someone who, I don't know, just very much was representing that in your life, or maybe being a little bit more cutthroat. And it was hard for you. It was hard for you because I feel like you cared about this person, but I don't know. Sometimes we stay stuck in things because they're comfortable, because we've known them for a long time. And obviously now you're in a position that it doesn't feel very stable. Like you just feel wobbly. I don't know. Like I'm trying to describe it in a good way. Like you're overextended. You have so much going on. It's overwhelming. Your life is not your own, almost, is what I'm hearing. And eventually this is going to come to the surface. We've been seeing this energy a lot in the collective as well, where people are bottling up their feelings, their emotions around people, situations, and it's leading to this unnecessary turmoil or repeated mistakes. There is healing there. I don't think it's going to come from this situation per se that you're dealing with. It doesn't look like that offer is on the table unless you're the one to pursue it. And I think if you do, it's going to be a little bit of a shell shock. Like almost like this person is waiting to pounce, waiting around the corner, knowing, maybe sensing, feeling that you're going to come back around. Maybe you do have intentions. Maybe this is some nostalgia. We are entering the holiday season, and that can bring a lot with it, right? And so this is basically talking about to walk cautiously or prepare yourself for what this may look like for you. I think that it's also bringing some clarity to this other person and situation. Whether or not they want to accept it, I'm not quite sure. But I feel like you're going to be highlighting, where other people, other situations were kind of infiltrating this dynamic. A lot of people are showing up and getting involved, basically, is what it looks like. And maybe you had a hard time kind of removing the outside noise and focusing on this relationship, or giving it, a little bit more trust, a little more commitment. This person is a little sharp with their tongue. It does feel like, they're working really hard to build something for themselves. And I feel like they're taking a very rational approach. Yeah, King and Queen of Swords. So, I think that they have a very specific idea of what they want things to look like moving forward. And I'm not sure that you necessarily fit into that, Capricorn. I'm not saying that to put you down or make you feel any kind of way. I don't even know that you necessarily want to go back to it. Yes, there is a lot of connection here, obviously, with this Lovers, Six of Cups. It's been a hard thing to get over or transition away from. But at the same time, I think, in some ways, I think a conversation is important because it gives you important information. Maybe things about the dynamic, the situation that you didn't see before, giving you a new perspective so that when you do move forward, you're not pigeonholing yourself. You're not putting yourself into a situation where you feel like you've run out of options, and therefore you make the same kind of mistake over and over and over again. This is a lot about places of limitation, places of fear, right? Of maybe wallowing a little bit too much in some grief and sadness, things that have or become pent up within you. No shade, not good, bad, right, or wrong. It's coming from having a bunch of shit on your plate, right? Always having this responsibility, always kind of having to be on top of your game. And for some reason, you've been set up that way, and now things are changing because you can't do it in the same way anymore. And you are looking for a little bit of release. You're looking for some connection. I think maybe who you're looking for connection from has some different ideas in mind. Not 100% certain on the same page. And it could be to the detriment of these other people that got involved or, put in their 2 cents about things. Yeah, just lots of people. We have King and Queen of Wands. We have the Emperor, all fire energy, all people that have an agenda, that they have there's a manipulation going on here. There's something happening, behind the scenes. And I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it made the situation go downhill fast. It looks like you made that choice maybe to make other people happy. Again, maybe not really thinking it through for yourself. And now you are. I mean, I will say that. Now you are. I think it is. I'm sorry. This is a little bit of a heavier energy. We are moving into the waning phase of the moon cycle, which is the time of releasing and letting go. So, silver lining, this is all about allowing yourself to see the patterning, right? Like I was saying in the very beginning. See how the patterning is showing up for you. Is it working out? Is it getting you the results that you want? Listening to people, to situations who maybe have their own agenda or who want to see certain things play out in a specific way. Being more aware, right? Being more aware of your environment and its influence on you. And I feel like you're gonna see this a little bit more clearly this week, Capricorn. It feels like it does bring in some answers for you, answers that I do feel like are necessary and important. But at the same time, try not to take it too personally. I love this innovative energy. Using it as fuel to re-enliven, not only your passion, but just your approach. Putting up boundaries from people, from situations that, again, have their own, I don't know, it's a lot of gossip. It's a lot of misconstrued. It's not going to the source, right? And that's where looking at things with that eagle eye perspective is what I'm hearing. The long-term effects, the long-term ramifications is super important. And the thing about fire energy is it burns really quick, right? It's like that. and while it's very good at cultivating new opportunities, it's not very sustainable in certain instances. And this is one of those instances where maybe, for whatever reason, you are kicking yourself. For whatever reason, you are feeling like you made a mistake, and it's really disappointing, but you don't know how you're necessarily going to bring yourself back, or if you can. And maybe that's not the solution, is what I'm seeing, trying to get back to something. Maybe it's more about taking it into new life, right? Inventing in a way that is actually more in alignment with you and not doing everyone else's dirty work, right? Not being the puppet for everybody else. Some of this is going to take observation. It's not necessarily readily apparent for you, or this is something that you're seeing a lot more, as things have been changing, as certain dynamics in your life have been shifting, especially around places that you feel like you've made a mistake. And that's what I would encourage you, obviously, to give yourself love, grace through the week. It looks like you're getting a little more of your answers, and I think that's so beautiful. And that's the value of what is unfolding for you, Capricorn, even though it might feel a little bit icky. No, I'm sending you all the love and blessings as you navigate through the process. I know this stuff is a little bit heavier, but you got this. You are strong. You are tough. You have enough to make it through. Thank you so much for your time, energy, always. Definitely drop comments below. If it resonated, I would love to hear, or just connect, share in a little love and a little TLC. Thank you for all the love and support you bring my way. I super appreciate you. I'm sending it back to you.